the Tiny's banned, the Gyro's banned, the Terrorblade's banned, the Bristle's banned, PA's banned, Medusa's banned. Like all the big heroes that you pick against Zoo are gone. The ones that can play a stable lane and find their way throughout the early game.
So more about the control, I would say. I like what Saxa does on his position for Slark with drums, with Yules. Vox is in trouble.
Yeah, might be first blood. Will freeze over. That gives an easy first blood here for Satanic. Somebody you really do not want to give up first blood to. If you get an early level of X where you can be involved through the Twin Gate or something like that, TP or Twin Gate, you don't need X. You could just go, and he's not afraid to make that move. And now, Pounce, Leash, mid, Nisha in trouble as he might die here, but he throws out another static remnant. No one has Burrow Strike, and that will connect, meaning they have this kill onto Nisha, and it's 2-0 in favor of PARIVISION. They've opened it up over mid. They got a kill over in the bottom lane, and now Insania is in some trouble again, but throws down the repair bots. Ducalis falls, but ends up trading his life for Saberlight in the bottom lane. We've seen some masterclass performances from Ducalis. I mean, the one that always sticks out to me was that Warlock game in Belgrade. Satanic now on
good
the
body blocks
for Boxy, and
has boots of speed, can run him down. One more hit is going to do the trick.
Saberlight comes back in, but there's nothing he can do. The TP's just a little bit too long, and Satanic even by himself.
It deals really well with your summons. It's quite a lot of damage, and he's never going to feel threatened. I also love the fact that he's putting more points into Cold Feet for the combo.
Ducalis is dead again. Just Ancient Apparition, not that strong of a hero. They don't have Black Hole. However, at least for the moment, they will have a little bit of lockdown with the Barrel Strike and the Malefice.
9 class.
Exactly
he's coming with the TP.
Epicenter, Refraction. The damage is starting to pile up. They pounce, they leash, they kill. The calling's not enough. So now you've got these Boxy that are doing so much damage to Boxy.
He's also dead.
It's going to be a +1.
This is also going to be a lot of damage onto the tower. They do have drums. This is the item that you buy on Enigma immediately. DM dipping. No one. Maybe another one. Saberlight, usually Beastmaster is where he starts controlling this area of the map. Maybe he tries to steal some extra creeps away from Satanic, but this is very, very deep.
Epicenter and the Ice Blast coming in. This should be an easy kill on a Saberlight, and it will be. The Ice Blast helping out, but no one gets credit for that kill.
That's Radiance. It's going to be a pretty good pickup. You're playing against Storm, who deals a good amount of physical damage, right-click damage. Same goes for TA.
Burrow Strike, Ice Blast. Saberlight's just dead. He got the Primal Roar off on no one, though, and they'll use that laser and the damage from Mickey to get the kill in a return. They look for 9 class, who does not have that ulti, but might have a way out, especially with the dead shot missing. Traps down, and then gets that ulti off cooldown, immediately uses it, and TP's out. So it wasn't available initially, but survived long enough to make sure that he could leave that fight. And they immediately try for the Tormentor, but
quite a lot of damage, but
yeah, not enough.
There's no real follow-up. No one was close by.
No Ice Blast available either. Now they've
Ducalis, he took the book out, is gonna read that book. Book of the Dead.
DM, he's got Black Hole, and actually there's not a lot of mana here for Boxy. They'll use that Black Hole, and then they've got the extra damage kill off Nisha. They even commit to the Epicenter.
Nisha stayed for too long.
Popped a wand and had like...
After what happened in the previous fight with the Black Hole, he definitely wanted to wait it out a little bit more. 9 class.
Good Ice Blast,
good
Burrow Strike and Pounce. Spells put together so well from PARIVISION in the moment, and they get an easy kill on a Saberlight deep in inside of the map.
Had that one death in the laning stage, but other than that, he is keeping up with Kunkka, and they're in a good spot. Satanic uses the boat.
Ghost Ship comes through, lands on a Boxy. He's dead immediately. Nisha's in. They've got the silence with the calling, and 9 class just holding 3 heroes back himself, pretty much. He's got that Yules that sets up the Ice Blast. It won't land, though. The blink away from Mickey. They land the Burrow Strike coming out from no one. The ball lightning and the Vortex on the backlines, though. But the damage from the Epicenter. Can they get the kill?
Too much.
They will. Mickey's gone. 9 class dead. Insignia on the run, but Nisha's here to defend this Tinker. They look to get the kill onto Satanic.
That force staff from DM. Dead shot's gonna miss.
Dead shot off the mark. And now they found the Malefice. They'll kill off Nisha. 3 heroes dead on the side of Liquid.
And suddenly the game is completely open for PARIVISION. That one move from Liquid, that was a very risky move, going uphill into the enemy triangle, and they found a target that they don't want to find. The tankiest target on the enemy team,
These heroes are bottom, so a fight over PARIVISION almost secures Roche, definitely. They'll find DM, which is a big hero to get. Primal Roar, but that early Ghost Scepter purchase from DM, keeping him alive a little bit longer. They still have the Vortex, though, in the Belt Strike. They go to the Ice Blast. That lands on Anisha. Yules again from 9 class on a Mickey. 9 class will stay in their face. He looks over at Boxy with the Burrow Strike coming through from no one. They've got the control, but he pierces the veil. They go to the burning feet. Dead shot lands under Dakalis. Nisha with the ball lightning over the cliff. He can go back towards these Croakers, but Mickey's in some trouble with the BKB pop by Satanic. He's got way too much freedom in a fight like this. He tries to get the kill on a Mickey, but it's going to be 9 class who gets it with a Dark Pact, and Mickey's gone. They land the Torrent here on Anisha, who doesn't have a lot of mana left to really fight this one out.
He's fighting
but
inside the Goblins.
Goes after 9 class, who will still get away. No, the axes fly through. Satanic ends up dead. Nisha's got the kill, and it's a little bit of a turnaround from Liquid. There's 4 heroes gone, but no one kills Nisha, and it ends up being a bit of a stymied duel and a draw. 9 class grabbing a courier there. That's.
I'll tell you a secret before this fight starts. Never mind. Satanic,
BKB early. Gonna need the rest of the team to join him. 9 class off to the side. The Ice Blast is flying through. It should be able to hit Saberlight here. It does. So he's locked up for a moment. DM looking for an opportunity maybe to go to the Black Hole, but the Burrow Strike comes in. They've got the silence with the calling. The Epicenter was doing quite a bit of damage, but Nisha now turning this around into Satanic. Boxing with the Pierce the Veil. They've got the Cold Feet that freezes over this Mickey TA, but they need help. They go to the Black Hole. It's only going to be on a 1. It's only on a Boxy. He's not a lot of net worth and damage taken out of the fight, but Cold Feet, it procs over again. No one's there. Gets the kill.
Slark, keeping him alive for a second.
Burrow Strike once more. They've got the control and another kill for no one.
Oh man, he has so much survivability on this Kunkka, and he just hit that level 20. Can farm fast, but these are some pretty impressive numbers on Sanking.
He's ahead of the Kunkka.
AA ulti on Boxy again.
Yeah, Ice Blast flies in. No one's got the kill. That actually also hits Saberlight. The ball lightning in with the Vortex, and now DM looking for something. But the Primal Roar gets used. They throw it a Warp Flare. Not really going to matter all too much. 9 class goes into the ulti, and now looks over at Mickey here. Will use that Yules. They've got the Epicenter. The Burrow Strike, but the BKB comes out. He's got the Defense Matrix on him.
The Force Staff and Force Set Black Hole.
Force Staff, Black Hole onto 2. There's the damage with the Tidebringer. Satanic with a double kill. They've got the Pounce Leech onto Nisha. Follow that up with the Rod of Atos from this Ancient Apparition and a Torrent. They've got more than enough damage to get the kill here on the Storm Spirit, and they'll look for another one as Mickey trying to run. There's a Melt Strike onto no one. One shot. He needs to get out of this. The Warp Flare.
Oh, he forced himself.
They find themselves Mickey. They freeze him over with Cold Feet. They've got another kill on the Templar Assassin who doesn't have buyback, and they are right onto Insania. They've leashed him up with the Pounce, and it is a full team wipe +1 as PARIVISION see into the future and know Liquid's every move.
Man, what a fight.
Into another Torrent, and this should be another kill. Potentially. Ice Blast? Is there one?
It is coming.
No. No, certainly not.
Not enough.
Any free farm, he's always got his eyes on.
If Nisha is going to try to TP, he's going to try to catch him.
Oh. Oh, now.
Out of mana.
Yeah, he's out of mana. He's in a little bit of trouble. They've got the X. They go to the Burrow Strike. They've got themselves the Epicenter working with the BKBB pop, though. They find themselves in Insania.
That was a Black Hole, by the way.
It was there, and then it wasn't. And Saberlight. He's used that Primal Roar. He's got his own BKB. Burrow Strike onto the low ground. Boxy dead again after buying back. Make it 14. Satanic even throwing the tip out. But they'll have the X on a Saberlight. He'll blink away, avoids the Ghost Ship, and there's just not enough that the side of Liquid could do, especially without Nisha. 30,000 net worth lead for PARIVISION. Liquid still trying to fight their way back into it. One good fight might be able to give them a chance. But the trap gets popped, the silence is there, the Pounce leashes on a Mickey, throws the nullifier on. They've got themselves the Torrent, now they'll proc the Rum, but now Nisha on the Rum with the BKB. The damage, though, pretty heavy. Gelgard used, Burrow Strike lands, it's onto the Templar Assassin. They're not gonna land the Ice Blast, but it won't matter. They'll still get Mickey. He's dead for 90. Saberlight with the Roar, but he's pulled back with the X, and he's gone for a minute too.
They have no business left in this game. Storm Spirit will try to go in, make something happen, but this is just way too much sustain, way too much damage coming out from them. Satanic can easily siege, and Boxy, this is his 15th death.
Oof. GG finally called by Liquid, and PARIVISION secure Game 1 and are now 1 game away from going to that grand final.
Game was kind of even until they did go into that triangle, and suddenly the game was pretty much open for PARIVISION. banging out this position 1 Kunkka. How many times did he die? Only 1 time. So even lower than his average.
They lost their tower early on, so you're losing the pressure from your Beastmaster. You lost the TA lane. That's a recipe for PARIVISION just taking over the game.
Yeah, and you can see from the score, some rough ones there, but a clear standout.
That's bold. Normally you have like some flexibility there.
Yep, okay.
So they'll pick the Quap against the Monkey King. We saw, what was it, Niku play against this matchup, and he did well. I think he ultimate ended up losing that game maybe, but the matchup itself didn't seem super oppressive.
As Centaur, it is GG. Sure, like you have Double Edge, which doesn't cost mana, but you can't afford. Like, you're not the brightest of Dota heroes. Good power shots.
In 2 heroes and now Lotus, but you see 9 class starting to catch up. Looking to try and kill Boxy. Throws a Plague Warden in a spot where now you can't move.
You have been blocked.
Oof.
Gandalf, 9 class, blocks the pathway.
He'll get a CS here or there, but eventually 9 class comes online. He'll help out, maybe even get a kill or 2 bottom. And then Centaur feels better. But unfortunately, like you said, you get to this point where you have less intelligence and things. You have to protect these. He takes them so quickly. If you leave them for a moment,
Level
that could just
6
be it.
and a half, 6 minutes into the game. Arcane Rune as well.
DM might be dead and is dead again. This is a real tough lane for him, of course, by himself, but just being able to survive with where they have the wave place and him wanting to get experience is also a bit of a problem. As a support player, it's what I like to see the most. They are starting to come over here to try and defend, but it's not that easy. Again, 9 class is level 6, and they will find Nisha after the blink, so he's in trouble, and he'll Sonic Wave, but he's dead. 9 class getting that kill. Last word onto no one. He's got the Jingu,
Good
but
box.
the escape act is really well placed, and now the chase is on for Insignia for a moment, won't grab it, and the Monkey King will get out. 9 class. Let's see. Got to be careful. He glyphs it. What? Looking for a power shot here and gets it. Yeah, so he glyphs the creep wave. He can't lifesteal off of it and dies. And he does have epicenter. If 9 class stays a little bit too long, he could just be costing himself his life. That's exactly what he does. He stays, he dies, he gives up some brain drain, and now they're going to get a +1 on Ducalis. There's not really much place for him to go. He'll whoopee cushion over the Roche pit, but he's still dead. A
Good
little
kills
bit. This is
from Team
PARIVISION
Liquid.
that we've seen a couple times.
we haven't.
They get a lead and then they give it away for free. Could clearly see his game is not going that well. He's in that support net worth. But you do have a very high Venom. Stampede is used, and now the ulti on Mikke. He's feared up. They tame the beast. They're trying to get the kill before he's able to
Mikke
sunder.
doesn't have Sunder.
Stifling
He doesn't have
dagger.
it.
No one to sunder. They'll get the kill on Insignia and Mikke. They'll lose DM, so it's a 2-for-1 for the moment. But Satanic looking maybe for a way to dive back in. Impalement Art, Sonic Wave going for 9 class. He'll get the kill, but he's traded. No one here for Saberlight. And they've got the Boundless Strike held off on. He's trying to juke around the trees, but Satanic sticks with him. He goes into the Sandstorm. They've got the dust ready from Ducalis, and that's a double kill for Satanic and a tip right back from 9 class.
This is the power of Phantom Assassin. You want to get involved early on. This hero has very good chase potential. He also didn't go for Orb of Corrosion, so his Battle Fury timing is also going to be very good. Sure, it allows you to get maybe an extra kill, allows you to get an extra bit of a farm. Mikke, he just got that level 8, but Satanic, he's not done. This is a triple kill in my book.
Primal Spring not getting a vision, doesn't see him at the moment, and that won't end up being a catch just yet, but maybe he crosses paths. He sees him within the trees and finds him again. Will pop that dust. He's got the Jingu. They'll use the Stampede. They've got Satanic coming over.
Not blanking out.
And will get the kill onto Saberlight after what was a long chase.
Knowing that he has a Mage Slayer available, so that he's not going to have that blank.
I mean, this guy only averages 1.5 deaths. This team is struggling to kill him once, let alone twice, to really shut him out. They will find 9 class.
He's a very tanky guy.
Very tanky.
Green of Pain
Throws
might
that
need to
ult,
commit here.
and
Slightly more.
Isha
Dagon.
has
Get
that
him.
Dagon to get the kill. Meanwhile, at the same time, though, they found themselves this terribly. Wukong's command comes
Global
in.
is ready.
Ducalis is here with the Wheel of Wonder. Burrow Strike comes through, and no one's going to be in trouble
Don't even need
instead.
it.
And they will get the kill onto no one with the Global Silence used. There wasn't much more that Ducalis could do. Ducalis 3 smokes ready to go, so they could smoke right out of Roche and maybe look for some sort of kill. Instead, they'll find Saberlight. Their dust is ready. There's the Blink, Hoof Stomp, Tame the Beast combo. And Saberlight, who's playing up in the face of this Monkey King, ends up dying for it. And Satanic's looking for Insania, who's trying to juke around the trees.
Knows that he needs that. I mean, you are playing into Phantom Assassin, so either you buy MKB or you need to start building your Bloodthorn. Didn't even finish off his Hurricane Pike. Moxie's in trouble again.
Yeah, Wheel of Wonder with the Wukongs, Tame the Beast. No one gets a kill there. Both him and Centaur, obviously Centaur has the help of the Shard, starting to catch up a little bit in terms of farm, but they've got the Epicenter on to no one, as well as the right-click damage with the Metamorphosis from Mickey. And Nisha,
Can he get out? He has
good for a
Shard.
kill on the back line. The Sonic Wave is used, and no one and Ducalis both die.
Nisha getting the solo kill on Ducalis. Solo XP as well on him.
Oxy in the vicinity here with Saberlight, as well as Insania. Now Nisha joins the smoke. They find the Monkey King. Bro, strike Wheel of Wonder. It's gonna
Nisha's
be
in.
Sonic Wave, so
No one
now
out.
no one's already dead. But PARIVISION, are they still willing to fight? Shadow Strike on a DM, he'll pop that Blade Mail, and instead, Liquid, they've made the distance, and there's not really much of a chase from PARIVISION. They've got Crimson Guard on Centaur, almost the Guardian Greaves for
It's getting delivered on the Courier now.
Venomancer. There it is, yeah.
So pretty much they have all the auras
Gale
except
Force.
for Vlad's.
And another kill under Ducalis. He's having a similar game to what Boxy had in the previous one. They're still looking. Ronavachos comes through, though, on a DM. He'll pop that Blade Mail, soak some damage, as well as get that Guardian Greaves popped out. But now no one pushed out of the circle. And they've got the Burrow Strike to follow it up. There's the Global Silence. So you don't have the Hoof Stomp follow-up. Satanic looking to put the damage out on the Saberlight. Gets a big-time hit. 1,700 to wipe Saberlight out of the fight. And now, who else can he go for? DM's already dead. The Gale Force pushing them back. They go to
Thinking
the
about
Wheel of
jumping in
Wonder.
again.
But Mickey, he's not taunted, and they've got
Collis,
themselves the
dieback.
shackle shot on Ducalis. He'll end up dead for the second time.
Very nice spell layering from Team Liquid. Going in.
And they fail to hold that down. Global Silence comes through. 3 heroes are here for PARIVISION, but the Gale Force making things so difficult. Immediately the TP, but the Ronavachos comes in. They go to the escape back. Ducalis is going to be dead. Shackle connects onto them both. Perfect here from Boxy. Ducalis and no one are gone. DM is next on the list. And it is falling apart for PARIVISION.
When is the last time we saw PARIVISION? That's the big one. Spotlight is very good against TB and his illusions. He also has Manta style, so illusions are dying relatively quickly.
Stampede Shackle connects. They are not going to get DM out of this. He is dead once again, and they are just never together here for PARIVISION. They have been grouped up on Liquid for what feels like the last 15 minutes. These heroes from Liquid, they're in the triangle. Insania might be the one who steps up. No double Global Silence could
That's
be
the
huge.
perfect target.
That's the one you want to get. They go to the Wheel of Wonder. Can they get the kill here onto the Silencer? They'll look over, they get Insania. He doesn't have buyback. So now you do not have access to double Global Silence. She was in a blink off to the side out of the
ready.
Wukongs.
They want to chase.
Ulti thrown from 9 class, and there's the there's the Gale Force to pull them back. Try to hold them away, but the Balance Strike jumps off to the other side. The BKB is going to be popped. Satanic goes in, huge numbers. Gets the kill on Mickey. Now he looks at Nisha. He wants another
Saberlight
one,
is
but
in.
he can't quite get the kill. Saberlight gets the Collis. No one's going to fall. The Epicenter's huge from Saberlight to at least start to salvage.
Picks up that invis, but massive kills. Rest of the team, let's see how they approach this. Level 25 on Queen of Pain. That Sonic Wave deals tons of damage and relatively short cooldown. Nisha needs to find the angle.
Oh, eesh. Huge numbers again.
And he got the Hex.
Oh dear,
Moxie
Nisha.
saving the day.
Sonic Wave, who gets the kill on a 9 class? The Shackle shot held 9 class in position. Satanic back in a Roche. There's the hoof stop. Buyback from Saberlight. But he doesn't really have a spot to TP to. They'll get the kill on a Boxy. Roche is going to be killed. They get the Aegis on a Satanic. There's the Refresher Shard picked up as well. Cheese left to ferment in the pit. At the front lines. Helmet Arts lands on a Boxy. He's forced to win run. Meanwhile, no one spots Saberlight. Again, who just doesn't have BKB. He'll look to Epicenter. There's the global silence. BKB's been popped by no one, so he's able to just stand tall, look for Saberlight, who doesn't have buyback, but here comes Nisha. Balance strike to jump to the other side, and no one, he might have been found out. He can't get this kill onto the Sand King either. He's that close to putting him on a 2-minute timer, and high ground being that much easier to take. The Battle Fury for the Abyssal Blade at that point?
He might. He can also disassemble S and Y. But probably wants to keep status
Balance
resistance.
strike, Sonic Wave. They're trying to go. They go to the global silence, but now they'll get the kill on a new one as well as Ducalis. It's Saberlight who's got the double kill. DM's in trouble. 3 Arrows dead. Satanic's in. Another global silence. He doesn't have an Aegis. He's not going to have a Divine Rapier if he drops. He goes to the Fan of Knives. He's trying to make the jump. The Pearl Strike doesn't land with the BKB still going. The Dagon is there, and he is that gone. Satanic is dead. Drops it and is now gone for 96 seconds.
He needs 260 gold for buyback. They're immediately Ducalis is on the bounty duty. He needs to go out and try to pick up some bounty runes, but there aren't any right now. So Refresher now on Sand King. They did a very good job. This explosive damage from Queen of Pain, 2 sets, it's pretty much the same thing at this point of the game. 50 minutes in. Danik is out in 5.
Can't really fight without the PA, but they're going to start the fight. 9Class is going to be the one who buys back. They want this Divine Rapier.
They got the
Hex. They go to the
Hex.
Sonic Wave. They've got the Hex. They have the damage making against the Thunder.
Got the Thunder.
Satanic's in. Does he have the damage numbers? The Fan of Knives. The right clicks. He's
Needs one more hit.
Shot. Oh, he's going to heal
King's
up a little bit now.
life
Satanic is gone.
And that's game.
Oh dear. Satanic dies. GG is called. He holds out of the Divine, and we're going to a game 3.
That was so close. I'm not sure if DM had Lotus Orb available, because he got that Thunder off and the fight changed so much. If they get a kill there, I think that this could have been slightly different, but yeah, Team Liquid pulling it back.
During the Aegis, they're getting additional kills, and we're going to look at clips later, but how often do you see no one on mid lane go 1 and 10? And then you look to his counterpart in Liquid, Nisha, 19, 2 and 12, right? It's just...
Right. Offline.
Let's sit up. Let's see what the hell's happening here, Paravision. Who's playing what?
A 5 mid, and we have 9
The support
PA.
Templar Assassin.
Oh, he's going to go for the hidden reach facet.
Yeah, all right.
Cool. That's the one, the third one that nobody goes because it's not, it's unique. What it does is...
Well, because the other facets are better. We saw...
Well, Fear goes, well, we don't see this facet because
It's hidden, that's why.
unique. And he stopped and had to get the word unique out there, but...
I'm never doubting 9
yeah.
class. I think in this one, he was asked, you ever played Templar Assassin before?
It's gonna work
If
here
the answer
for
was
First
yes,
Blood.
First Blood. Boots of speed, a lot of value. Managed to run away, and Stania is going to give him the tip.
Along here with this Enigma.
What about Nullifier? What?
First item?
Yeah, it could happen. I mean,
Saberlight
usually
gonna
when he's
freeze
playing
over.
this Terrorblade, Saberlight's going to die. When he's playing this DB position for Slark, we see drums, we see Yule Scepters from time to time. We saw Nullifier rush on TB yesterday.
Nisha again. Quite low. Shield
He
crash
just got his
and...
bottle delivered. 9 class, it's a roaming TA. Managed to escape that twice. Pretty much in the, I would say in this meta, having Blood Grenade allows you to play so many of these heroes as a position 4 as well. Satanic, he's going in, and we'll get that kill. Level 3 on his Morphling. Good laning stage. Like, it synergizes nicely with Eidolons, that extra bit of minus armor. Level 1 meld is minus 5 armor.
9 class sprouted, but goes after Insania. They've got the Malefice, so they've got some extra damage. The Meld Strike and another kill for 9 class.
That extra damage, extra minus armor. And it is a roaming TA. Picking up a couple of bounty runes. Might even get the kill here.
Satanic aggressed on, and he doesn't have waveform, but Ducalis is here with a cold feet on a Saberlight, and he wants to go and turn this around into a waveform. That might have been a bit of a mistake. Tower shot, and shifting into that Agi. Oh boy, this is dangerous. But the Cinder Brew won't matter, and now Saberlight ends up dead to Ducalis, who gets another cold feet out onto this Brewmaster. I got a little freaked out. I saw TA at bottom 4 of the net worth, and I kind of forgot for a split second. Ducalis, he's been doing a lot of work with the cold feet. And Snowball now pulling in Saberlight, going on to this Ancient Apparition. They'll have an easy kill, but Saberlight, he was deep in a little bit for a second, and Senia's here, so Satanic can't really commit anything further on to him.
So removing some of that vision and also providing vision for the team. He's in.
He has no cares. Haste and finds Insania and will help get this kill for DM. Nisha's here, but he doesn't have Rolling Thunder. And now NineQuest, this time he's dusted up. They're not going to let him do this more than once. But
You sure?
he'll well, Quelling Blade.
They have another dust on Saberlight.
Yeah, okay, there's no way, right? They just dust him again. Trying to get a Tendrils of the Deep help. There's no way he just continues to be able to run. All right, there's the dust, and there's another kill. But he dragged them all the way back to base. I mean, this is really tough for Liquid to get full value out of when you're getting this kill and just the map is wide open for everybody else on the side of PARIVISION.
And this is not Onus Dota from 9 class. Look at
where
heat
Satanic
map.
is. Yeah, his heat map is roaming, as you would say.
A lot of time spent between tier 1 and tier 2 tower in the outer ring.
Now they go for Satanic. They want to kill him. Nisha's even showing up. They've got Waveform in 2. Satanic waveforming, but not surviving. Nisha right there, and the Ice Blast will in fact miss this Tinker.
9 class really bought a lot of time there. I mean, this is a 5k gold lead. Problem with Liquid's draft is you have Nature's Prophet who steals a lot of that, and you also have Tinker.
X,
big
Ice
combo.
Blast, and a Ghost
Easy
Ship
to
to
execute.
kill. Swashbuckle and a Snowball, and they might be leaving Ancient Apparition for dead. The defense matrix was, I believe, put on a Boxy for a split second, but he ends up able to walk away due to that. Throw down the Cinder Brew. Satanic still here. Saberlight doesn't have a lot of mana, and now they've got the X. He has Blade Mail on no one if they start to chase him, and he'll pop it when they use that.
No Rom.
Hit it with the Diffusal Blade.
He's a real hero. They can focus him down.
Even Primal Split, the waveform across, and all of a sudden, Saberlight
Rollings.
needs to be very careful. 9class is here with the Meld Strike. It did exactly what you would expect it would. As the Walrus Punch puts him up into the air, they've got Dust ready for him again, and Satanic's still working on these heroes. DM comes over, they've got the Malefice on Anisha, they get the kill here onto the Pango here.
Force that black hole ready.
He needs to back away. Force Staff Black Hole. What do they have to stop it? Laser, Shards, Ice Blast again for the second time this fight. Snowball ends on a DM. They've got Saberlight in on the Ice Blast, Shatter
Panic
potential,
still alive,
and they
still
will
alive
get the
stealing.
kill onto the Brewmaster.
Ooh, I want to see the damage coming out from him. He's level 12. Mickey is level 9. Massive difference. Mickey just back-to-back deaths. Brings it down from 18 to 12 seconds. And also the cast range increased by 150.
Looking at Ancient Apparition, who got that shard, by the way. No one gonna die here. Ghost
They
Ship
die
a little
so
late.
quickly. All that minus
And the
armor,
Ice Blast.
Orb of Blight, all that physical damage, tag team as well. The heroes are gonna die. You can be deceptively tanky. Insania getting caught.
He'll try to TP out, but the waveform from Satanic is enough to get the kill here onto the Tinker. They're also looking to take this stack. I look at 9class and wonder if he could. Dust used just in case.
They have no silences, no real stuns other than Pango, which is not that good enough against Morphling. So he can get the shift off and will
Primal Split.
need to use the split immediately.
Enigma's nearby, doesn't have a black hole, but Satanic, like you said, they don't have a lot of lockdown for him, so he is kind of slippery and survivable in fights like this. They go to the Rolling Thunder with the Thunderbolt Facet, so he's coming around and around and around again, and they'll get the kill to DM, but they'll end up losing Boxy. Now they look over at Nisha. As this Thunderbolt Rolling Thunder is going to end in a moment, but he goes to the Swashbuckle, and they've got the Cold Feet. They have the X, and they'll pull him back. They missed the Torrent, but it doesn't look like it'll matter. Satanic with the waveform, and they get the kill on Anisha.
They're playing so aggressively across the map, stealing some of the stacks from Team Liquid, and then you TP out with your town, with the TP scroll, so you can have something to deal with the creep wave. Mika getting caught again.
Yeah, they've got the X into the Ghost Ship. They don't even need the Ice Blast there. And Nisha forced to Rolling Thunder TP away. Moving up towards Satanic, but he does not care. And now the Primal Split, you know it's on. But There is an ancient apparition top. He's going to throw
Hold
this
him in.
Ice Blast coming through, but as he reeled him
Out
in
of the
long
low ground.
enough,
Ravage.
yeah,
Brokers.
tendrils of the deep, but not too much to worry about. They've got the X. They'll pull back Boxy. He's got the defense matrix on for a moment, but the matrix doesn't last long enough. Not once, not twice. And Boxy's going to end up dying here to this Morphling, who they just do not have enough control on.
Insania's out of
Try
mana.
and kill him off, which means Insania's next. Satanic looks for more. 9 class gets credit for the kill, and Satanic says Duraccio mode, guys.
He really is playing like that, going in, and I swear that players are getting better at using Croakers. Nothing to really stun him, so if he goes in with the BKB and Black Hole, Team Liquid gonna be pretty cooked.
They'll find 9 class, but he goes
It's
to
in
that
rage.
strike. Ghost ship coming in. Black Hole committed. They'll get the kill here on Anisha. He's got buyback. Might be forced to use it immediately. Here comes the Ice Blast. And
Rollings are
Saberlight,
dying.
yeah, there's 4 quarters of him, but they have
gets out
drawn
with the
and
shard.
quartered him, as they will eventually get this Saberlight Brewmaster frozen over, but they just need the damage to get this kill. Satanic got the kill on a Mickey. They'll look over at Insania. Down he goes for a double, and another Cold Feet, and a Sprout around Saberlight. It's a triple for this Morphling. I mean, they're thinking of chasing, but you don't really have that option available. 9 class even going to walk forward to them, and then the shards are off the mark. They actually block Nisha. Ducalis even giving him a tip mid-fight. 9 class back in the
really
refraction.
hate
They're
this
looking
guy.
for the snowball, but it's on the DM. Ice Blast comes through. That's going to be through onto the Pangolier. They get the kill on Anisha. They'll look over as they're starting to rip apart Saberlight with the BKB being popped by Mickey. Black Hole is there. Mickey is dead, and this is going to be 2 gone on the side of Liquid, and they still want more. PARIVISION see it all, and they'll see themselves into the grand final as Liquid call GG, and it's a 2-1 for the side of PARIVISION.
What a performance from PARIVISION. Flexing this Temporal Assassin, you can't spell 9 class without ass. This guy is one of the most annoying players that ever played the game. Like, it's very, very difficult to deal with him.
Like, you need that natural partnership between the two players to understand the nuances of everything. And I think it always comes down to, because DM is so good on the hero pool he has, he's used to and willing to accept whatever Astini, whatever PARIVISION want to throw into that 4 also.